What's going on, guys? Today's a huge day. Today's footage is gonna be pretty sick just to the fact that we're gonna be doing some unboxing of a newer company that I just found out about for helmets, and they're SA approved and they look absolutely amazing. So they just came in today, so I'm super pumped. Can't wait for that. So let's get into this and let's get into unboxing our new helmets. All right, guys, so now that I actually have my helmet and my visor here on the table, I just want to give a big shout out to Mike at Craig Carding, and shout out to Roux for this whole setup and this whole hookup. Again, this wouldn't have happened for me or the guys without you, Mike, so thank you. But let's get into the actual unboxing here with the Roux helmet. So the helmet that I'm going to be unboxing today is the R1F helmet. This edition is in gloss white and it's the loaded edition of the R1F. This helmet itself runs about $4.99 retail. This is an SA or Snell approved, 2015 approved helmet. Like I said, the loaded version is about $4.99. The non-loaded version is about $3.99. And from there, I'll tell you guys exactly what the difference is and going off of that. But they actually show you a label here. And that tells you basically everything that you're getting. First looks off of just the packaging itself looks great. Like, I love black and red. Obviously that's my color for some reason for drifting. So black and red, it looks good. It's very sleek, very clean. But let's get into opening up the box and see what we got here. So first thing seen here are some Roux decals. So they have different color combos and then also visor decals here. So that's pretty sweet. So we'll be getting into the visor in a little bit, but I'm gonna get up here, take this helmet out. So this is pretty sweet. This is a pretty nifty bag, very quality bag, very nice. Huh, okay. So got that out of the box. Then we also have some pads here. So these are just ear pads to either like, you can, with the loaded helmets, they come with a little bit extra padding so you can adjust it to how you want it to fit on your face. And then also some speaker padding, which I'll go over it with that in the loaded version. So we have that. And then last but not least in the box is our Roux Helmets Tech USA. Basically, what this is, it's a pretty nifty thing to have. Not a lot of helmets that I've ever gotten that are Snell approved come with this, but on the back of this page here, there's actually some scan codes here. So this is for any time that there's an emergency on track, if they need to take off the helmet and such. And since me being in athletic training, taking off helmets is very key to someone's survival, especially if they have a cervical fracture. But this lets the EMTs know exactly or safety crews on the course to know how to remove the helmet and things like that. So all they have to do is scan this barcode and it'll tell you exactly how the helmet's made and the steps of removing the helmet in that type of situation. So that's super cool. I think this is 6 months free. Yep, 6 months subscription free. So Roux gives you out that, and safety obviously is the main key, right, in racing or any car motorsport. So that's huge. Thanks, Roux. So dropping the bag out, or box off there. Now we're gonna go into the bag. We're gonna get into this helmet and I cannot wait. I've been waiting for a while for this, so let's check this out. So like, again, just a nice string bag, very quality. Like, this material is very, very nice. It's very thick. It's got like a microfiber inside of it. So very nice bag. And they have it wrapped in some styrofoam wrapping, which I'm going to throw in the box. Oh, wow. This is a nice helmet. It looked good in the pictures, but I mean, in person, it is gorgeous. Wow. All right, so let's get into the R1F, right? So the R1F Loaded Package here, the $4.99 package, is mainly, it comes with a microphone built in, a drinking tube built in, and then also it comes with the HON devices already put into the helmet here. So the HON's attachments. So this, the HON's attachments is, again, is to help save your neck in any impact or anything like that, to help prevent cervical fractures and such. But going off of there, This is our attachments here. So this is our mic, and then this is our drinking tube. So your drinking tube hooks up to any kind of pack, like camel pack or anything like that. You just have to basically just set it on there. There's a little O-ring, makes a good seal. And then the tube in the helmet, you can actually drink out of. So that's super sick. And then for the mic is a great tool. So especially if you're like in competition or such, and you have a spotter and the spotter's trying to relay to you exactly what's going on, that's super key to have in motorsport. For drifting, for us in grassroots, we don't really need it, right? We don't really, like, we're not at competition or anything like that. But this is sweet to have if you're on grid and it's hot and I mean, you're thirsty, so you drink some water or whatever, some Gatorade, and then you can talk to the boys, right? Like if you're waiting in grid, and up here in the Northeast, there's not a lot of drifting, especially during COVID. But I mean, you want to get as much track time and seat time as possible. So there's going to be a lot of people trying to get out there and trying to drive. But yeah, I mean, having the mic is a super cool thing to have, just to talk to the guys in track waiting, and maybe they can see you run and be like, hey, you need to like left foot brake here a little bit more, a couple more clutch kicks, which a lot of guys like to tell me. So but yeah, so that's super sick. So this is the loaded version. So again, the loaded comes with the drinking tube, the mic input, and then also the Hans. And the mic is inside the helmet here. I can give you guys a close up later, but the mic and drinking tube come through this piece here down into where your mouth would be. But overall, looking on the outside of the helmet, it is gorgeous. Like, it comes with a clear lens, obviously. Nice ventilation up top, ventilation down here. And it also gives you additional ports for, I mean, whatever you would need, right? If you want another drinking tube or anything like that. Or you can swap. So if you're in like a right-hand drive car and you want your stuff on your right side of your head, you can just swap these pieces right over. So it's ambidextrous to any way that you want it. So that's a great thing about having a Roux helmet, is that they're fully customizable to how you want it to be for you as a driver. So that's pretty sweet. Again, Mike and Roux, this helmet is amazing. But for weight-wise, I think it's a little bit lighter than my previous helmet, honestly, even with the loaded version, right? Because the loaded version also comes with speakers built in, so you can hear the guys. That's a part of the mic system. And it's still, I think it's still lighter than my other helmet, which is ridiculous. Like, that's awesome. Great. Going off of there, obviously you guys can see the look. The look is a little bit different. So the main goal, what we wanted to do as like a squad or whatever, is kind of get helmets that are stylish, right? So you kind of want to look good, and obviously like safety is the main key. After doing a lot of research, like one of the best helmets in the world is a Stilo helmet, right? They're $3,000. This helmet has the safety features, also the accessory features, and the looks for a fraction of the price. So at the end of the video, I will actually try this on, and I'll give you guys like a field of view description and everything like that, but I actually want to get into the other stuff for this helmet setup, right? Every Roux helmet does come with a removable headliner, so you can actually take it out. There's 2 release tabs, so here, and here. And these release tabs are super simple to take out and put back in, which makes the helmet super customizable. So if you want to like get these additional earpieces in or whatnot to make it fit your face better, is great. This removable piece is also washable. So think about it, you guys. If you're on the track for hours and hours and hours, sweating on the track, sometimes the grid gets up to 120 degrees Fahrenheit. It gets hot, so you're sweating, and after time, that's gonna just be nasty, right? Being able to take out this liner, washing it, and then putting it back in is awesome. So super sick, super pumped about that. But yeah, so I'm gonna try this on later. I'm gonna get into now the additional pieces. So helmet, and then what we have here is a Roux blue shield. So again, they're here all about customizing, right, your own helmet, which is super cool, because I mean, a lot of people overlook that. Like, some people throw stickers on, get it paint jobs, whatnot, but like they actually have attachments that you can put to the helmet to make it look great. So here I actually have 2 things. I have an extra lens, which I'm going to show you guys, and this packaging is so nice. It's like a velvet like bag, like string bag. It is so nice. It feels so nice. It looks great. Awesome. And then also I have a Visor Peak. So this I'm gonna put all this together. I'm gonna show you guys exactly what it looks like, but these are pretty sweet. I've never seen a helmet with this before, besides Stilo, but with these guys, they're making big moves for this. And then it also comes with extra hardware. So now I'm gonna put all these extra pieces away with the hardware for now, and I'm gonna open up that lens for you. So Visor Peak there. So first things first, the lens. Oh, wow. So it's a blue Iridium tinted lens, and the tint, it's not too much. I didn't want a crazy tint lens just to the fact that, I mean, vision's everything on the track, but I did want a tint, one obviously for looks, but also for like the sun, because with the red chrome driving, when I just drove it on the street with no sunglasses, sometimes the glare gets me pretty good. So I wanted a tinted lens, which is super nice. So blue Iridium tinted lens, which I'm gonna take off of that because I'm gonna swap this right away, because I already know our first event's coming up at the end of the week on the 4th and the 5th at Netco, and I wanna make sure that if it's sunny out, I wanna be able to see. And we have, again, our Visor Peak. Our Visor Peak here just basically rests right on top of the helmet, and it gives it's basically a visor. So visor lens, Visor Peak. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go around and I'm gonna start taking this lens off and swapping everything over. I'm gonna do this all in one video just for you guys to see the final outcome of what my helmet's gonna look like for now before I actually get it painted. It's pretty simple, right? So for the lenses, all you have to do is get a flathead screwdriver for here and a little Allen key here for here on both sides. So we're just gonna remove both of these bolts here to get this lens off. Okay, so now that we got the lens off, as you can see, there are 2 little plastic spacers here, so just be wary of those, that you want to make sure that you don't lose those. You can leave them on there, or if not, just on the side of each side of the helmet, just so you don't lose them. But as you can see on the visors, they actually have the tabs here where you can actually pull off like a lens protector. This is basically made for like karting or like off-road or rally car or anything like that, where there's going to be a lot of debris in the face. So that's pretty sweet too. You can actually protect these lenses and make them last a pretty long time. So that's pretty cool. That's also a good little setup there. But now we're going to get into putting this on. So we have that visor there. We're going to have to go into our extra hardware. So we're into our extra hardware here. What we're going to do is we're going to use the silver little hardware and the black big hardware. The reason being, after talking with Mike, that the black hardware is a little bit longer than the silver hardware for the bigger screws, and then the silver screws are a little bit longer than the black little screws. So we're gonna just put these ones right back in the bag here. Put that back in the box. Okay. So now we're just gonna set our lens up here. This already looks sweet. I don't know if you guys can see it already, but I can see it from the back of the helmet. It looks great. And then once you get your clear spacer in place, what you're gonna do is use that black hardware up top and screw it in just a little bit. You don't want to go all the way, just to the fact that you want to kind of keep this in place right now, because we still need to put our Visor Peak on. So now that the lens is somewhat in place, we have both clear washers good to go. Now we're going to throw our Visor Peak on. You'll see the method to my madness in a couple of seconds here. So now this side's locked in up top, and then this side, now that we won't have to worry about losing our clear spacer, we can just put the Visor Peak right in there. So now, Mike said that you might find it difficult just trying to put the visor on with the lens on at the same time. So you want to keep the big screw on whatever side that you're going to do first a little bit loose, so it gives you a little bit more play. And what you're going to do is you're going to use your palm and push back and apply a downward pressure on the visor peak, and then you're going to place your screw in. So that one's in. So now both top two screws are in, and then all you gotta do is do the bottom little screws. And then once those two little silver screws are in, you can tighten your black screws. And now you don't want to tighten them too tight, because when you move your visor, the visor is gonna move when you move your lens. So if you want to be able to breathe or see anything like that, you're going to want to unlock it here. And when you move your lens up, this visor is going to move up with the lens a little bit to give you that clearance to be able to see and whatnot. But that's about it. This thing looks phenomenal. Like, this is amazing. Look at that thing. It looks so sick. I am excited about this. Excited about this. So this is the first setup like this that I've had, and all the guys basically ordered the same exact thing, a part of the drift crew, and they're basically waiting for pictures for this. So this is gonna be amazing. Can't wait. So making it a little bit easier for you guys, I'm giving you guys a close-up on the inside of the helmet here. We have our strap, our retaining clips, and then from here, as you can see, we have these ridges in here, and these ridges are the headliner. That headliner you can pull out again, and it's machine washable, so you can throw it right in the washing machine, wash it, and it'll be good for the next event. Then going off of there, we have our mic and our drinking tube that I talked about earlier. And then also you have this neck guard here. So if you want some more ventilation, or if you're fogging up or anything like that, you can actually pull this right out. And then going on to the earpieces and such, you see this red tab here? All you have to do is pull out this red tab, and you can add padding here for your ears. As you can see, I have two speakers. I have a speaker on this side, and I have a speaker on this side. So that's where I'll be able to actually hear into the guys talking into my walkie-talkie and such. So that's pretty sweet. And again, if you want to add padding or take out padding, you can remove these and do what you ever need to do to make the helmet fit just for you. So super customizable again, and it's just a great helmet. And again, this is so light. Like, I'm holding this with one hand this whole entire time. So super sick. So after trying the helmet on, it actually has a lot more vision than you guys actually think. So by adding the visor peak on here, and it's kind of like a lower profile face mask, you actually have a ton of peripheral vision for this helmet. You don't really see that in a lot of racing helmets, especially like karting helmets or anything like that, because most of the drivers are just going straight, and like you need peripherals on you, but you have your mirror set up and you're like kind of locked in your cockpit, so you can't really move your head a lot. So but the Roux helmet actually gives you that opportunity to actually have good peripherals in it. And it's good to have with drifting, because we're always kind of having our head on a swivel to see exactly like who's on our door on each side or anything like that. So this helmet is amazing, guys. Like, for the price, for the looks, for the safety, for the attachments, and making everything customizable. Like, I wish I could have found these guys before. I would have already had this helmet before. So again, thanks Mike at Craig Karting. I'm just blown away from this, and Roux, you guys definitely know what you're doing, because this is just a great company, and hopefully we can get on board with you somehow for the future, because this helmet is amazing, and I can't wait to see the guys' reaction off the helmets. So I just want to put a disclaimer out there for you guys. I am in no way affiliated with Roux. Basically, how I found out about Roux was through Mike and Craig Karting, through a Facebook marketplace group called Helmet Nation, and we worked out a deal, and basically that's it. So I'm totally unbiased to this helmet. I've never seen one before, never tried one on before today. But again, I would score this helmet at like a 9.7, 9.8 out of 1 out of 10 scale. It's just a all around great helmet. It has the looks, it has the safety, it has the extra features, and it's customizable. And again, that headliner you can wash. So sanitary is always great too. But yeah, I'm stunned about this helmet and how great it really is. If you guys did like this review, make sure you leave us a like, make sure you leave a comment down below what kind of helmets you guys are wearing. And going off of there, I will have a new video coming up on how to run a budget-friendly mic setup, because it is pretty intricate. And yeah, if you guys haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button up here. And if you guys want to see any additional content, drifting, or any how-to videos, I have a couple videos right here for you. With that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.